Because you spoke earlier that God spoke to you.
Mm-hmm.
Does God
Mm-hmm.
speak to you often?
Yeah, I didn't know he'd be speaking to me, but yeah.
Well, and here's why I'm asking. I'm not like trying to put you on the spot, so forgive me if it appears that way. It's not my intention at all. I was speaking to this man I used to work with. He is so amazing, and I'd like to have him on the podcast. And we're dialoguing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I explained to him how I God speaks to me and that I hear God, I talk to God.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Well, that's quite amazing." He goes, "I had never met anyone who's talked to God."
Mm-hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, "Well, you need to walk in my circles."
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't talk to God. It's a
yeah.
dialogue and it's our divine right. And I want to just pause on that for a moment
Mm-hmm.
because it is our divine right. And you're sitting here, you're not a spiritual teacher, are you?
No, no, but people come to me and ask me, Wanda, can you pray for me? And I pray for them, and I ask God and I put them in my prayer
It's not like your
healings.
MO,
Yeah.
right?
No, it's not. It's just that they see that I'm spiritual and God speaks
Connected.
to you. Not it may not be direct, but indirectly through other people. You know that he's saying things and like I said, I've never been like that. God, when I was growing up, I didn't know nothing about God, but I know But as you get older, you start becoming more spiritual. And my daughter is like my younger daughter. She actually is got saved. And I tell you, I almost cried. I mean, when she was in college,
What do you
and I
mean
was
you got
so
saved?
proud
You
of her.
get
Then my
by Jesus?
yeah, yeah, she really got, and it's amazing because um my older daughter, who I had both of them in church. They were in the usher, the choir, dance, all of that, and because I wanted them to do what I didn't do. You know what I mean? So I never held them back. And I love it because now both of them have actually gotten into, and my younger daughter, she actually married a spiritual man. So both of them are involved with church. My daughter, she works at the church. So
Yeah.
it's just amazing. You don't know how your children are going to turn out. And I'm just so proud of both of them as far as, finishing college and doing what they have to. Both of them are married. I have children. I have six grandchildren, by the way, four girls and two boys. So,
I saw the pictures on Facebook. What is going on with, I sense somebody opened up another window again. Um, can you make sure that you don't have anything open? I'm checking on my side because it's just getting kind of funky.
no, I'm in my office. So I don't
Yes,
have anything over.
there's no other computer window open.
No,
Okay.
no. I have see, I don't hear it on my side. I don't hear anything on my side. But
So, well, hopefully it'll tame itself down. So I want to go back though to the fact that you hear God,
mhm.
and yet you don't, and like I'm a medical intuitive, I'm an energy healer, and I hear
Mhm.
God like all day, and my
Mhm.
spirit guides. And I want people to know that you don't have to be an energy healer to hear God. You can be a legal professional. You can be an
Yeah.
empowerment coach. You can be, you know, the best network. You just be you. You don't
Mhm.
have to have a special title to hear
Mhm.
God.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so true. So, we say that little tiny voice, and I said, listen to that little tiny voice that be, um, coming through, but not only that, but through other people that actually,
Right.
tell you stuff, or the things that you're like writing these books. I
Well,
said,
my brother, I have an older brother. This is still funky audio, but I have an older brother, David, and he's an attorney out in
mm-hmm,
Texas, and he's been my mentor and my, you know, guide since I was a child.
mm-hmm,
And he has been my messenger of God.
mm-hmm,
Now, um, he doesn't believe what I do, like as a, but he's my messenger. So I'm like, okay, I'm,
yeah, yeah,
I'm not going to
exactly.
judge if you don't get what I do. I love you. He
Yeah,
loves me. I like him. He
yeah,
likes me. we just don't talk about the other stuff that I
Yeah.
do. And
Yeah.
um and by the way, spoiler alert, you're my
Mhm.
messenger.
It's amazing because I have two brothers that are ministers, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's funny, they're ministers, but I be ministering to them. I'm
Right?
like, you know, so I'm the older sister. So I'm actually the only one with my mom and dad, by the way. So and
Nice.
my brother, I remember he came to me, the younger one. He said, "Wanda, God called me to be to be a minister." I said, "Really?" And he was not one that I was like, "Are you kidding me? Did God really say that?" Because he was not. This boy would get into a lot of different things, but he became a minister, which is great. And then my the brother right underneath me, he actually is a minister. So
Okay.
and I never went to ministry school. I just
I'm
did
actually
it.
an ordained minister,
Yeah,
reverend.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
Chris
But
says
it's
makes a really good point here. And I was going to make it so, Chris, thank you for bringing it up.
yeah.
Excuse me. So she says, we think we hear God and do not real. I think we hear God and do not realize it because we've been told we
Mhm.
can't. I believe everyone hears God in one way or another. Do we choose to listen and acknowledge is another matter. It's so
Absolutely.
wise.
Yes.
I believe that the man that I'm thinking about absolutely hears God,
Mhm.
and he doesn't recognize it as such. He hasn't made that discernment yet. And he's
Yep.
wise.
Yep.
He's really wise and he has risen up. He has done amazing things.
Mhm.
He doesn't and he's a Christ follower, but he's
Mhm.
not connecting the dots that those pings or ideas, they're mostly not his.
Mhm. Mhm. Absolutely. And it's so true. And I love what Chris was saying. Yeah, it's we have our messengers, right? That actually come to you and like, okay, Lord. I'm going to give you an example. So, years ago when I was living in New Jersey, I had a hysterectomy, right? And then I was sitting there because I'm not used to being sitting down, not working. I got to stay in this one room. I can't go down the stairs. I can't do it. So I was depressed. So
Mhm.
as I'm sitting there, all of a sudden, and I was listening to Joe Osteen came on. He said, "Stop sitting there and look and being depressed." And I looked around. I said, "Oh, okay, okay, God."
Because he's
You just
real.
never know who your message is going to be.
Mhm.
Her and him and Joe. Um, God, what's my other one? I love Joyce Myers.
Okay.
So I love the messages that they have, and that's actually what got me more into that spiritual because I said, "Okay, Lord, I hear you. Okay, because you just never know." And then I was depressed because I was like, well, I was like, he don't care enough about. But then my brother, I had people that I didn't even know that was calling and checking on me. So it
Right.
may not be the person that you intended to be, that you thought would be the one that would help you, but it's like other people that he brings into your life that that you um that give you that spirit that the connection that you have
Mhm.
with God. So like I said, it just it's been a journey, and I'm glad that I'm on that journey with God because I said everything that I'm doing, and that's why I love the title "Never Say Never" because God has a plan for you. And with my new book that's coming out, it actually gives me more insight of telling more about my story. But I want people to realize that, after each chapter, I'm putting a journal in it because I want you to write about if my chapter penetrated to you, then what makes you get out of that funk or whatever that you're in? How can you actually grow from what I'm telling you? Because it's really about that helping that and all about self care, right? And your self esteem and confidence, to getting that back. So that's really what I want to do with this one here.